Welcome to Chapter 7. We are going to focus Chapter 7 on these two guys right here. Save a task list to disk and open a task list. Open a task list from disk. The first thing we're going to do is move our little function from main. This guy right here. Where are you? Get settings file. We're going to move this to our utilities class. Let's do that now. Let's go to utilities.h. We're going to add it down here below the calc function. File, get settings file. Just declare it, and then let's grab it from main. Copy it over. Cut. And utilities.cpp. Put it down here at the bottom. Paste. Give it a little spacer right here. Whoops. Like that. And then in main, we need to include utility. Include utilities.h. Build it, and it should be good. You shouldn't have any build errors. Okay. Let's dig in on our loading tree from disk. Okay. So here are my initial thoughts on how to approach save a task list to disk and open a task list from disk. We're going to use a current file property in the settings file to figure out what file to load. I think these are some of the steps that we could follow to load a task list automatically when you open the app. Number one, let me see. I'll just put this. I'll jot this down right here. These are my initial ideas. So, number one, open settings file. Number two, look for current file property. Number three, if no current file property exists, if property not found, we'll create the default task. We will, what do we do next? We're gonna save that default task to our, let's see, save default task to user folder, docs, the name of our app, and then default.task. And then we're gonna set our current file property in settings to that. So set current file property to that file path. And then D, we will go back to step one. And then for if current file property, let me spell that right, property exists, load from disk. All right, that's pretty easy. So that means that the new button, do I have that on here somewhere? Well, on the GUI itself, let me just run this. So this means that the new button right here, this button can do 3A, create the default task, and then do all of this stuff. Or not, just do 3A. And then the load button can, it can do 3C, set the current property file to that file path and load it. Okay, so this next chunk of the tutorial is going to cover 3A, create the default task, saving a task to disk, that's part B, and then loading the current file property, that's 3C, and then loading the current file property as a file, which is 4A. All right, let's dig in.